Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. What? Nigga, what's up? How gangster are you, cuz? I don't fuck with you, cuz. You disrespecting me. What? I don't fuck with you, cuz. You disrespecting me. I go hard, cuz.
Hey, you guys. I hope you guys are doing good. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Oh, what do you see? Oh my gosh, YouTube is actually showing my real skin tone. Oh, I actually look brown on camera today. Go YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But let these handsome hoes tell it I'm bleaching my skin and trying to look light skin. I literally just come into my studio and plop my big ass right in this chair. Okay. But yeah, today my skin tone looks brown. Yay. Yay for me. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing good, honey. Y'all know YouTube stay fuck with my stream. They do whatever they can to try and mess up my stuff, but you know what I mean? The devil is a lie. I hope you guys are doing good. It is Friday. It has been a long week. Chad, I've been busy. I want to thank y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my last stream, I had to kind of go in. I actually, because I really haven't been on YouTube like that. I haven't really been on social media. I've been popping in and out. Y'all know I've been busy with this Master P deep dive. Shout out to everybody who saw part one. Thank you guys so much for just all the dope feedback. You know, like I said, I have no dog in any fight. I'm just here to show both sides of any argument. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a lot of people feeling all this extra sympathy for little Romeo, but little Romeo ain't that innocent, and neither is Master P. So I did the part one. Part two will be coming, child, sometime in January. And Chad said part one was definitely an eye-opener. Thank you so much. So I've been busy with that. Like I said, I got other shit going on in my life besides this damn trial. I'm glad y'all got a chance to watch it. Thank you so much for the feedback. So, you know, I've been working off and on part two and a bunch of other stuff that I'm also doing. Child, it's been a whole lot going on, honey. I was exhausted. But I'm going live a little bit earlier today than I usually go live just because I'm going to be going out later on tonight. My cousins are putting together, child, some type of dinner. So I'm going to go over there and go see all my cousins. I haven't seen them in a while. You know, we've been snowed in. Thank y'all for the feedback. I appreciate it. Shout out to my people in Buffalo and out there on the East Coast. I know y'all are going through it. I know the weather, like I keep saying, you know, Mother Nature versus HARP. You know, I don't want to be that tin hat girl, but something ain't right. Because last week it was negative 10 degrees here in Minnesota, and today it's about 45 degrees. And it's been like that the past few days. Like the snow is melting. I can see my driveway. You know, so it's very interesting how, you know, there's this deep freeze last week. And now all of a sudden, you know, I mean, you still need a jacket. Don't get me wrong. You still need a jacket, but it's definitely a lot warmer than it was last week. So I think what's going to happen with the East Coast, y'all are probably going to be dealing with a lot of flooding. As that snow is melting, y'all are going to be dealing with some flooding, but don't get comfortable because there's another storm brewing. So, like I said, make sure y'all are prepared. It's 78 in GA. Ain't that crazy? Because last week in Georgia, it was in the single digits and y'all was freezing. Y'all's pipes were busting. Now it's damn near 80 degrees. It's crazy. It's a 30-degree difference all over the country. When last week around Christmas, it was like this huge freeze that's never been felt before, you know, since like the 70s or some shit. So it's a lot going on. It's insane. But like I said, y'all got to stay prepared. You know, they was calling me a prep shamer 2 years ago. Now everybody's like, oh my gosh, what do I need to get? This and that. Y'all love using these buzzwords. Prep shaming. What is the other one they love to say? Internalized misogyny, internalized colorism. Child, y'all come up with all types of buzzwords. Just make sure while you guys are typing buzzwords and trying to shame the prepper community, because the prepper community, they've been snapping back. I'm here for all the prepper I told you so videos. I'm here for all the little white prepper girls snapping on everybody, talking about, yeah, where the haters at? Where the haters at? Told y'all we was gonna get snow. Them preppers been having me dying this week, child. I'm here for the prepper community clapping back, okay? They've been warning everybody for years, and y'all thought they was on some bullshit. Oh, I've been loving them I told you so videos, child. So instead of y'all sitting here trolling and shaming, you know what I'm saying, folks who actually are out here doing their thing and making sure themselves and their families are safe, make sure you're safe, okay? Hold on, my child is texting me. He's on the road. Let me hit them back real quick. So yeah, I've been here for it, child. Yeah, there's a phobia. Thank you, Phoenix Rising. There's a phobia for everything, honey. There's everything: skinny phobia, fat phobia, there a homophobia, transphobe, child, prepper shaming. That was the funniest shit. I had never heard of that. But again, it's a segment of the population that don't want to take personal responsibility, and they rather just be in their cosmetans dissidents and just rest in that. So they want to project onto other people. We don't have time for it. So like, yeah, I'm gonna be on mama mode. My kids come before any of this. I told my oldest, when you get to where you're going, text me, let me know that you got there safe. So I had to, take a quick break and reply back. So yeah, it's a lot going on. Let me see here. Let me read some of these super chats. Aaron sent $4.99 says, "Hey auntie, I love the deep dive. Definitely can't wait for part 2. Have a good New Year's." Thank you so much. I'm really glad you liked the deep dive. I appreciate it. It was a lot of work, a lot of memories, going down memory lane. I can only know all that stuff because I genuinely was a real fan of Master P, TRU, the whole clique. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm able to remember so much shit, because I genuinely follow them and I genuinely was a fan of like that whole movement. So, but child, it's a mess like everything else on social media. Let's see here. TJ says, T, you are literally a staple in my home. My pandemic baby just turned 2 with her wild self, sitting through 10 minutes of your videos. Side note, NYC is 47 degrees. Wow. Yeah, them pandemic babies are built differently. Thank you so much for the super chat, love. Daniela McFarland sent $9.99 says, "Love you and your personality. Please don't stop giving us the information that other YouTubers won't. I definitely watch all your videos and take in all the information you give." Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. And like I said, it's y'all that keep me going. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for y'all, I've been gone out of here, because I don't have time for the nonsense and the trolling and just all the stupid shit that you have to deal with just for speaking your truth how you see it. Like, even like I said, I haven't been on YouTube. When I came on today to get ready for the stream, I was really shocked to even see that my live stream had like 17,000 likes, because I really thought I was going to be hit with a shit ton of dislikes, because I was getting drugged all through the comments, and that's fine. You let them drag. Thanks for the views. But yeah, I was really shocked that it had as many likes. And I just think people are just tired of the nonsense. You know what I mean? But it's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot of people talking about, it's a lot of male, female. If you look at the dynamic, especially in the hip hop Black community, it's a lot of these male, female, Black women, Black men conversations going on. A lot of drama. So who should we talk about first, child? Let's talk about Amber Rose. I want to hit on that. So Amber Rose and Mudra Mook, okay? He's a rapper. I think he's the one who does like the annual wrap up every year. I might be wrong. No, that's Uncle Murder. Child, I can't keep up. There's a bunch of damn murders. Uncle Murder, Mudra Mook, C Murder. I can't keep up. Oh, y'all are some damn killers. I'm just kidding. But him and Amber Rose got into it. And so they were on what's that show? Drink Champs. So she's upset. She's there to confront him. She feels like he had no business calling her a hoe and, disrespecting women, and women, should be free to do whatever they want with their bodies, and who is he to judge? So I thought this was a very, very interesting conversation. A lot of people talked about this online. So I want to go ahead and play you guys the video here of their conversation. Give me just a second. I got like a lot of videos I got to play. I'm not going to be on here too long, but I'm going to be on here long enough. So okay, here goes the video. And then StreamYard and their new practices. All right. Okay. Let me play this video for y'all.
Women get on from fucking niggas, right? You said that in your freestyle.
Yeah.
And you want to know why.
Not me, no.
But you said that in your freestyle.
No, what I said.
Can we replay it? Can we replay the freestyle?
Well, I can just say it.
Okay.
I can just say it.
But I heard what you said. That's why I felt some type of way.
No, I said, We'll get all the views. Violence, stupid new challenge, whole lot of ignorant dudes on the news wilding, chicks booked for 2,000, post a new style, and think about it. Having no talent, that's the new talent. I saw a chick on red carpet. I said, tell me what you do. She said, I'm pretty, pants, clit, titties, belly button too. I twerk for the gram. My videos get hella bunch of views. That's very fucking cool. But tell me what you do. It's disgusting. They say hoes women.
But why? Why is it disgusting? Because you're a hater. Men are haters that women make money and go get booked for 2,000 because they're fucking pretty.
No,
don't hate the bitch, hate the consumer. Am I wrong?
But he's saying it from an observatory.
Yeah,
but you're
angle.
observing a bitch making money because
so
she's
ready
pretty and
hold on.
twerking.
Hold on.
Let the bitch twerk and make her fucking money.
Check this out, though. Check this out. Look.
Am I tripping?
Check this out.
Where's the bitch?
What about when you did that? What about the girl when she did that, right?
So
and got the 2,000, right? For 3 months, right?
So?
But then she was gonna get 10 million from this company, but then seen her do that shit and said, nah, it's over.
Why is that your business? Why is that your business? Stay out of women's business.
That's hurting. No.
Hurting who?
Herself.
It ain't you. Mind your business.
It's hurting herself, though.
But
you get it?
Stop policing women's bodies.
No, think about that.
Stop.
It would. So,
listen to me.
It's not about no body.
No,
it's not about policing a body.
Policing women's bodies. If she wants to twerk and make $2,000,
so what if you giving her advice? What if you know she can make 10 million? She about to, right?
Ain't no she, man.
No, look. All right, I got a question. If you knew a woman was gonna make 10 million 3 months from then, if she didn't do
knows that? Who knows the future? Fortune teller? You ain't no fucking
somebody that was gonna give her the 10 million. How about that?
But my whole thing is, how you gonna pay the bills for the past 3 months? You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen
without nothing and don't conform. Because they know what they're going to get later. So niggas don't just take the quick bread.
You want somebody to be
homeless. We never know the quick bread. You just said you want us to care.
Guys, don't want us to care.
You just said you wanted us to care.
All right, let me come back on the screen, honey. There's a lot of anger. A lot of anger. All right. So, I see both sides. Let me say this. And shout out to the people. They said, Mudra Mook? He's a battle rapper. So shout out to Mudra Mook. I'm sorry. I get all these people with murders in their names mixed up, just like all the folks with babies in their names and littles. I get all y'all mixed up. There's too many damn murders, littles, and what's the other one? Murders, littles, and babies. The baby from Cash Money, little baby. It's too much. Pick a new name. But anyways, he's a battle rapper. Okay, I see where he's coming from, where he's saying people can be famous for anything nowadays. You can literally be famous. Oh yeah, and dolls. Oh yeah, don't forget the dolls. Asian doll, Cuban doll, hood rat doll, Turkum doll. Yeah, there's a lot of dolls out there too. Don't forget that. Okay. So I see what he's saying. You do have people who are famous for no reason, who you literally like, well, what do? I'm just cute. I'm an Instagram model. Okay, but what do you do besides just, Instagram modeling? You know what I mean? Like, are you ripping runways as well? Are you getting shitted on in Dubai? Like, what all do you do? Okay. So I see what he's saying. You do have a lot of people who are famous for no reason. But what's also annoying is the hypocrisy as well, because it seemed like everybody was okay overtly sexualizing women and using them as a commodity, right? Because I didn't grow up in this era. I grew up in the 90s, okay? And I remember when the era of the video vixen, you had the Karen Stephan, you had Buffy the Body, Eva Baxter, Gloria Velez, shout out to her. She follows me and she's always commenting on the page. I've been a fan of Gloria forever. Shout out to her. So it seems as somebody who was young, who was watching these women and growing up and seeing this, like I told y'all before, it made a lot of us in the 2000s aspire and want to be video vixens and, you know, be on, because back then if you were on television, you know, you've made it. Child, you could be at the scene of a fire like, yeah, and then the fire was burning and stuff, and we was all out here watching the fire. People, oh my God, I see you on the news. Girl, you famous. That's how it was in the 90s, child. You could be on the news. If you were on television, people equated that with fame. People thought you was getting paid, honey. How much the news pay you? News ain't pay that person shit. But anyways, so, you know, we're all watching this and it looks so glamorous. Who didn't want to be on the damn big pippin boat in the Caribbeans in a fur bikini top, dancing with Jay-Z, drinking Cristal? You know what I'm saying? So it's funny that these men help to glamorize this culture, right, with video vixens and using them as props and models. Because before then, videos had storylines. So if there were women in videos, they were there for a reason. Like, think about like Michael Jackson's Thriller video with the pretty black girl, I forget her name, but she's in there, she's Michael Jackson's girlfriend. You know, a lot of videos back in the 80s and early 90s, there was a point for the women to be there. Then sometime around the late 90s, the only point for them to be there was to shake their titties and, you know, scream, dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? And just dance and twerk and shake. They serve no purpose besides being sex symbols, okay? So, again, Ola Ray, that was her. Damn, that's an old Southern name, Ola Ray. Sorry. I'm like, who the hell is Ola Ray? That's an old Southern Mississippi name. Shout out to Miss Ola Ray. Beautiful girl. It's a very old name, though. Sorry. I thought somebody grabbed him and entered the chat. But anyways, yeah, Ola Ray. She was the star of the Michael Jackson video, child. Yes, tip drill. Thank you, Keisha. Yeah, tip drill. So again, it's very funny that a lot of these rappers like Nelly, Jay-Z, did it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ushered this in. Y'all glamorized this, right? Remember tip drill? They were swiping credit cards down people's ass cracks and shit, you know? And around that same time, the asses start getting bigger. And the bigger your ass was, the more attention you got. So you had girls doing a lot of like the illegal butt injections. Y'all remember Lola Love? She was this big and her ass stopped over here, okay? So you had all of this. This was all stuff that a lot of men in hip hop were perpetuating, okay? So while I understand what Mudra Mook, the battle rapper, I get what he's trying to say, but he also has to understand where this came from. These Instagram models, okay, are the chickens coming home to roost. These are the seeds that y'all, and I'm not saying him specifically, I'm in general. These Instagram models and these girls who are twerking and using their sexuality to come up, these are the seeds that y'all planted in the 90s, okay? These are the young girls who sat there and watched the video vixens and wanted to be like that. Why? Because hip hop and the Black community glorified them and treated them like they were celebrities and they were the it girls. Melissa Ford, she was gorgeous. They were on all the, remember King Magazine, Smooth Magazine? I subscribed to the magazines and I'm a woman. Everybody had the magazines. They were on the cover of Vibe. I mean, these girls were the it girls. So I'm not understanding how all of a sudden now we fast forward to 2022, almost 2023, bitch. And now everybody's like, oh, whoa, all these people are here just famous for no reason. They're here just shaking their ass for no reason. As if this wasn't happening in the late 90s and early 2000s. I'm confused. Again, I get some of his point, but it's interesting that when these girls weren't getting paid like that, okay? Remember when it first came out, the girls had a level of respect for themselves. Melissa Ford said she wasn't getting out her damn bed unless she was cutting her several $1,000s. The original video vixens were actually getting paid for their worth. But what ended up happening is everybody want to be a damn video vixen. So now, why am I going to pay Melissa Ford, Gloria Velez, and all these legitimate video models $2,000, $3,000 a day when you got, you know, this country bumpkin with a cute shape and a cute face who's willing to do it just to be on uncut? Remember, Uncut is what fucked up the whole video vixen era because they were on Uncut literally getting naked. Remember Uncut? They be topless and shit. I was in labor when we was watching Uncut. It was a lot of it. Uncut was the shit. It would come on later and I'd be... I was in labor. They had Uncut playing. And you know, that's when you watch Tip Drill and all those other videos. So all the Uncut chicks literally undercut themselves in the video vixens, right? So it's very interesting that when men weren't able to make money off these women anymore, because they said, if you want to be in my video, you need to do it for credit. You'll be paid in credit, okay? Remember, somebody tried to get me in one of their videos with credit. And I was like, no. My gas tank don't understand credit, okay? My landlord don't take credit. They take moolah. You're not speaking money, fuck you in your video shoot, okay? So anyhow, with that being said, so that is what really happened. So then what women started doing, they're already in that life, they said, well, now let me commodify myself. Let me build up my own following with a bunch of thirsty guys, okay? And if they want to send me money on OnlyFans because I'm pretty or my body's on point or just whatever, that is their business. It seems like it's an issue when a woman wants to exploit her own body. Am I saying that women should be out here exploiting their bodies? No, I'm not. But women are. And it's not my job to tell grown folks what they can and can't do. But it's very interesting that people are so upset. But again, they wouldn't be able to exploit their bodies and shake their ass on Instagram if there weren't thirsty men watching them and sending them money and joining their OnlyFans. So again, you can't get mad when a lot of y'all perpetuate this. On top of that, let's keep it real. Please show me the music videos where you see a bunch of classy women. You know, women who are in college, who carry themselves well, who know how to dress, you know, demure. You know, you can be sexy, but still be demure. You can show a little bit of skin, but not show it all. Where are those music videos? Because I don't see those. Then again, I don't really watch a lot of music videos because they don't be talking about shit. Okay? So that's the thing. Y'all are not even hiring girls who fit that aesthetic. When I look at most men's followers, and this is not just celebrity men, but even regular guys, you know, I got cousins and them and shit like that. When I go through their follower list, they're not following a bunch of educated women who are handling their business and entrepreneurs. They're following all the damn video vixens of the 90s and all the damn Instagram models of now. So y'all not even following the so-called good women. Like, please stop with the hypocrisy, okay? When you ask most men, what are your fantasy? They're not saying the school teacher, the hardworking entrepreneur. They're saying, you know, the sexy, I don't know, y'all write the names, chat. I can't keep up with all the new video vixens and new Instagram models. But they're saying Instagram models and celebrities that are dressed very, very scantily clad. They're not saying Ola Ray. They're not doing that, okay? So I find that very interesting. Now, with that being said, let me also say this. Yes, thank you, Ari, Jada Chivas. See, I be forgetting all these new girls. OnlyFans models, Winter Blanco. Okay, keep naming them, honey. Okay. That's all y'all got? Okay, well. But yeah, again, all of these women, like let's take Ari, for example. She shows her body off on the gram. She can't walk without twerking every 2 seconds. But those are the people that people follow. Y'all are not following the average person. Ruby Rose is another one. Des Dior, Chinese Kitty. Thank y'all. Dream Doll. Thank y'all, because I don't even know half these people. Selena Powell. Oh, Selena Powell was getting plenty of celebrity dick. You know what I'm saying? For somebody who's such a whore and whoring herself out, y'all couldn't stop fucking her. So again, they follow all these girls and they make them popular because the men are following them first. And when women see that men are following them, then women want to be nosy. A lot of y'all not following these girls necessarily because y'all like them. Y'all hate follow people. Y'all will follow people that y'all hate and then be mad and be typing in all caps all day. You're dressed like a slut. Whore, well, why are you following her? A lot of y'all hate follow, but a lot of y'all are following because the men are following. And y'all want to be nosy and see what the men like, okay? So, with that being said, on the other side of the argument is Amber Rose. The thing I don't respect about Amber Rose, ain't nobody following Sky Jackson because she's a video. Y'all stop. Stop. Don't be just throwing in anybody's name. Somebody talking about they be following Sky Jackson like she a video vixen. Girl, bye. Now, my issue with Amber Rose is this, right? Like I've always told y'all, there's different types of women. And I think that it's okay that, different types of women exist, okay? Some women want to be wives and mothers and get married. And that's been their goal since they were children. And that's fine. Bravo. Other women want to turn up, fuck everything that moves, be side chicks. And that's been their goal since they were 16. Kudos to you, bitch. Enjoy, okay? My issue with Amber Rose is that it seems like she talks a good game, right? I'm a slut. I'm a proud slut. Follow me on the slut walk. Slut, 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 slut. But she seems very triggered anytime somebody's like, well, I don't like that. Or I don't agree with that. Why does she get so angry? Like, she literally came off, if you watch the video, like she wanted to kill this man. She was so upset. If you're proud in your wholeness and you're proud of being a slut, because that's what she calls herself, and was even selling slut gear to young people, why are you upset? Why are you so, and why is the vein in your neck about to explode, ma'am? Why are you dropping all types of N-words with your racially ambiguous ass? Why are you so bad, though? Like, if that's how you get down and, that's you and you proud, then it should be water off a duck's back, okay? That'd be like a prostitute, you know what I'm saying, selling herself, or what y'all call them now. Y'all call them some type of politically correct word. I'm from the 90s, bitch. We call them prostitutes. Y'all be calling them sex workers and all this weird shit. Anyways, that's like a prostitute out here selling her services, and then when somebody calls her a whore, she gets mad. What is she mad at? She knows what she's selling and the type of lifestyle that she's living, and she's down with it. So I don't understand like Amber's constant anger and caping anytime somebody says something about, women being famous for no reason, or women being famous for being overtly sexual. That's exactly why you're famous, ma'am. You're not famous because, you cure cancer, or you're a great actress or a great singer. We know you for being Kanye's chick. You were that chick that was fucking with Kanye. That's why you're famous. Kanye was fucking with you because you're a pretty girl. Okay, he got you out the strip club. So I don't know. I just find it very funny when like she just goes off and she just snaps as if she came into everybody's consciousness for like the great works of Amber Rose. You came in as Kanye's chick from the strip club. It's okay. But why get that angry? That's why I be feeling like a lot of times these so-called baddies and, I'm a bad bitch, they talk a good game, but deep down inside, when they have unplugged from social media and they don't have their fans gassing them up, they really feel away. They really do. So we can take this to segue into the Brittany situation. But somebody call her Amber Tulip. Call her a mess. Let me read these super chats real quick here. Hold on. Don just says, I love your deep dive tea. Definitely the masterpiece with Romeo. Say, I see DC College. I see DC College. You said I can't look at them the same no more. I'm ready for part 2. Oh my God, that ICDC College, it brought me back to the early days of YouTube when people just did commentary and everything wasn't all highly produced and shit. Oh my gosh, ICDC College. I had too much fun editing that part, child. Anyways, let me see here. Kudarhe Sahar, I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. I apologize. Says, hey, T, I've been watching your videos forever. Keep speaking your truth. Today is my birthday, Capricorn season. Happy birthday, love. And thank you so much for coming through and spending the day with me. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Eric Thompson. No, Thomason. Okay, Thomason. Sam 5 says, what's your opinion on Andrew Tate and his brother's arrest? Also, what's your opinion on the Congress-elect George Santos lied about his life? I don't know anything about George Santos. I haven't looked into that, but I will talk about Andrew Tate in just a moment. I got a special treat for you, so stay tuned, Eric. Okay, thank you for the super chat, love. Trey Sully says, I agree with both of them. Actually, Instagram models are famous for nothing but fake bodies, but Amber Rose is right to say blame the consumer. Exactly. Again, like I said, I see both sides of the argument. You know, you can't be upset that these girls are making money off their bodies and they're making money for being famous for no reason. But then the people who are consuming them are also the ones making them famous and send the money. Like, you got to make it make sense. Like I said, whatever you put your energy into is what is going to be popular. So if you guys want to change, you guys don't want young girls out there using their bodies for money and to, you know, have men trick off on them, then how about y'all stop following young girls who do that? Oh no, y'all not going to do that. So if you're not going to do that, shut up. Okay? Y'all still going to watch little girls on TikTok with crop tops dancing like this and shit. So stop. Just stop. It's virtue signaling. But thank you for the super chat. Golden Glam says, I agree with Amber on this. It's not their business what women choose to do or how they make their money. Thank you for the super chat, love. Tiff J says, hey, T, me and my daughter have been watching you since 2015. Can you wish Akayla a happy 21st birthday? We love you. Happy 21st birthday, Akayla. Thank you and your mom for the support. I appreciate you guys. Enjoy your birthday, Capricorn season. Let's see here. Dr. Nikki with a PhD, honey. Sam 5 says, don't forget about that young this and that. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of youngs. Young Miami. Young Tate. There's a lot of youngs. A lot of youngs. I get tired of all them names. Yeah, the youngs, the littles, the dolls, and the murders. Let's see here. Mari 1997 says, it's funny how men in hip hop are suddenly concerned for women in their bodies after exploiting women when they were coming up. Exactly. Lady Lex says, Ola Muava the church, Muava of the church ass names. Yeah, I didn't know who Ola. I did not know she had that old name, child. Bless her heart. Miss A Hunt sent 2 says, remember how they got mad at Superhead for her book? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. B Royale says, sending love from Detroit. Keep doing your thing. Love you forever. Love you too. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Nika Thompson sent a super sticker. Says, good job. Thank you so much, Nika. Appreciate you, love. Golden Glam says they only want women as their accessories when it benefits them. But women are doing things for themselves and it's a problem. Exactly. Definitely agree. Because again, most of them, they don't have like your, average woman. Like, even if they come up with like, just average, cute everyday girls, right? Even if they come up with them, once they become famous, it's all this upgrading, So it's just very strange to me. Because again, if these women are famous for nothing and, they're all sluts and people are paying them money, why are these the same women on y'all's arms? Make it make sense. It's not like these rappers are coming on the red carpet with school teachers, nurses, lawyers. Very rare. Very rare. Let's see here. As told by Nicole says, they keep moving the goalposts. Men want to rule everything and never want women to have autonomy over their own bodies. Thank you for the super chat, love. Jesse Adams says, these men complain about IG models, famous for nothing, but they made them famous for nothing. They made their own problems. Exactly. Like I said, the chickens came home to roost, okay? Oh my gosh, LDM sent $200. Thank you so much for the super chat, love. Says, I wonder if he feels the same way about these talentless rappers. Let's talk about that, because you sent a big old super chat. I appreciate you. I do find that very interesting. that one of the things he was saying that, you know, if a girl's out here on Instagram twerking and shaking her ass, she's ruining opportunities for the future. She could, Steven Spielberg could see her and say he wants to put her in a movie and pay her $10 million. But then he sees her shaking her ass and he's like, oh no, we can't have an ass shaker in our movie. But what about the ratchet male rappers who are out here perpetuating violence, who are out here acting a fool, who are out here just spewing all types of nonsense? Everybody's a savage, bang, bang, killing my ops. You don't think that Hollywood might look at that behavior and say, hey, I wanted to book you, little such and such, in my movie, but you keep talking about shooting other black men in Chicago. I'll pass. Why isn't that conversation also being had? So only, movie directors and people who have all these high hopes for these IG models, only they'll turn their nose up at these women for showing their bodies off. But meanwhile, these same people, they don't have high hopes for these, gang banging ass rappers and them changing their lyrics and doing better. So you don't think none of these rappers may potentially lose certain deals because of the things that they rap about and the things that they perpetuate? No, he's not ready for that conversation. Yeah, not at all. But thank you, LDM. Definitely agree with you. Let's see here. Rebecca Mahan says, hey, T, watching you live from Huntsville, Alabama. My kids last week of winter break. I needed this live. Thank you. Hit the like button, y'all. Yes, y'all. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much for taking time to come to the live stream. I appreciate you, sis. Let's see here. Todd French says, LOL, he has murder in his name. LOL, the hypocrisy. Can't make this up. The hypocrisy. How many of them dudes on the panel are changing the industry? Stop it. Amber has a point. Yeah. It's always funny when sexuality is where they draw the line, but everybody's screaming, YSL, free young thug. It's very interesting. Let's see here. Charlisa Fuller says, most of them men complaining are now saying that because their daughters are older, they don't want to think of them showing their bodies. That's true too. It's very interesting how, and I've always said this before, especially with some celebrity men, how they act like all of a sudden their daughters are so golden and they're above, men approaching them and trying to play the same mind games on their daughters that they played on other people's daughters. I remember Charlamagne was asking Diddy, well, what if an old man, a man your age starts trying to get at your daughters, and it was all this mush mouth shit, so it's always interesting that people can take advantage of other people's daughters and sisters, but when it comes to their own, nobody's piping dick to my little girl. Okay. So you think, so yeah, I think that's what a lot of that is too, because the same view of these women and how they carry themselves, if regular people's children are influenced by this, don't think that their daughters are not as well. Hence why you have the Game's daughter, who's 12, dressing like she's 18, and Diddy's daughter is wearing that scantily clad outfit at their birthday party, dressing and looking like they're 21. So yeah, they definitely have access to it. But thank you for the super chat. Forever Your Leo says, T, I'm at work. I'll catch the playback when I get home. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. You look great as always. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And yes, I had a really good Christmas. Got a chance to spend time with the boys, and my brother and my mom came over. So we just had a fun time just eating and opening presents. So thank you. Let's see here. Tamika White says, I've noticed a lot of older women are pushing casual sex and whole phases onto younger women under the guise of sexual liberation. Love you, T. We gonna talk about that too, sis. And that's why I say, Amber being angry, it goes a lot deeper. I'm so glad you brought that up, because a lot of people are. But now you have women like Brittany Renner crying because she was one of the main ones pushing that. A lot of these women were, okay? And now they're getting older and they're going to be replaced by the next generation of young girls because you're not going to be 24 and 25 forever. And even though that's not old at all, the industry acts like that's old. There's a new 18, 19, 21-year-old coming up in the wings. Okay, so that's a really good point. You do have a lot of them doing that, and a lot of these young girls are fooled by that. And then when people like me and others tell them, do what you want to do with your body, you're grown. But understand that soul ties are real. Understand that once these guys use you and toss you to the side, there's a stigma that comes with that, unfortunately. Is it fair? Absolutely not. But I don't make the rules of society, But you'll have people argue with you all day, every day. It's a woman's body. They can do what they want to do. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the Brittany Renner situation. So, if y'all don't, I've talked about Brittany a few times on this channel. There's been times I've had to drag her, and then there's been times I've had to take up for her. I remember when a lot of people were going in on her with the whole PJ Washington situation, and they were acting like, oh, PJ's just this innocent NBA player. Oh, he was so young. Oh, poor PJ. Oh, this old Jezebel just jumped on his dick and got pregnant. Okay. So, people were dragging her at the time. And to me, Brittany saw the suck and she licked it. PJ is old enough, okay? PJ was 19 at the time, meaning he was old enough to know what he was doing, okay? And on top of that, it's very interesting that she got all this heat for getting knocked up by PJ. But how many men in their 20s and 30s are out here knocking up 18, 19, 20-year-olds? And nobody bats an eyelash. So she was getting drugged, and I didn't agree with that. I felt like the same way she was using him, he was also using her. Because I'm sure that PJ Washington went to high school with a lot of girls who were educated, had a good head on their shoulders, who probably held him down all through high school. But again, he wanted fame, and he chased after, a IG fame whore, per se, right? So he chased after her, and once he was tied to Brittany Renner, his star power was even bigger on social media because everybody's not into sports. Let's keep that real. So he wanted that extra social media fame, and he got that via a baby. So no tears are going to be shed over here for a PJ. Not at all. He was grown just like she was grown. But Brittany Renner has also pushed a lot of just, thottish shit, okay? And she's went around and just, I fucked this person, and I fucked that person, and I sucked this person's peen, and I'm the best peen sucker, and I'm fucking everything that moves. This is how she was getting down for years. She was happy with being this, I don't know, NBA football athlete, pass around. She's very proud of it. And I just thought, for me, looking at that, it's just bravado. You're bragging about it now, and you're trying to get young girls to feel like, oh, this is the life, and I'm getting flued out, and I'm eating the best food, and I sucked Drake's dick, and I rolled on Colin Kaepernick. Meanwhile, Colin Kaepernick is over here with his, did he ever marry the girl from Teen Mom, the one that be hosting? I be forgetting her name, child, the Egyptian girl. I know they had a beautiful baby together. I forgot they got married, but he's with her and been with her publicly. Drake is a thought. He's doing him. But she just bragged about so many guys that she's been with. And this was all like a guise of, I'm, liberation and, my body, I can do whatever I want. Nessa, that's her name. I be forgetting her name, child. Nessa. I just know her from, she's always hosting Teen Mom, child. Nessa, she gonna have something to say. She don't never hold them Teen Moms accountable. Be like, Nessa, girl, let me go ahead and fucking host this show. She don't never hold them accountable or ask no tough questions. I'm like, come on now, Nessa. But yeah, they had a baby recently. Did he marry her though? I said, Nessa girl. I sound like, Funky Dineva. When he be like, bye, Nessa girl. He didn't marry her. Oh, so she's a baby mama too. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. They might be getting married. I don't know, but I know she be hosting Teen Mama with all types of opinions. So Callan ain't married her yet, huh? Okay. Anyways, back to Brittany. So Brittany went on this white lady show. Now I've seen this white lady like on TikTok, like they be having her like in the shorts. Like I'll see her pop up on YouTube shorts. You know, she's just average looking, but she seems to like always side with men. And so she's always out here preaching like, you know, women and, you know, how women are not built like men. And I don't know. I just feel like she be caping for guys a lot, but you know, it is what it is. So she went on this lady's show, and forgive me, I just don't know her name. Let's see if I wrote it down. I might have wrote the name down. What's her name? I thought I had it written down. I don't know. I can't think of her name. Sorry. I thought I wrote it down, but I don't see it. But she went on the lady. If y'all know her name, y'all can write it in the chat. Shall I be forgetting? Pearl. That's all these old ass names. Pearl. First old Lorraine, now we got Pearl, honey. Another old Southern name, Pearl. That's her name, Pearly Pearl. Shout out to her, okay? So she would sound like Pearl from 227. Remember old ass Pearl? She'd always be in that window and shit watching everything that went down the block. All these old country names. So let me pull this up. So it was Pearl, it was Brittany Renner, and Andrew Tate was also. They were all in the same little vicinity talking. So we're going to play Brittany Renner's interview first, what she had to say. Now, this is the same lady a few years ago that was doing all this bragging about all this good dick she was catching and all these good checks she was getting. But, you know, like they say, everything that glitters is not gold. So let me share my screen real quick here. All right, here we go.
How I allowed myself to just be like used up by men. And that came from a lack of self-worth. I did not understand my value that I was born with. I didn't. And I gave, again, people look at sex differently, but sex is spiritual unification. At the end of the day, I don't care how you spin it. It's spiritual.
For women.
Okay,
Yeah,
for
women.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, for women. It's spiritual unification. And people that I shared my body with, when I think about my list, it's repulsive because they didn't deserve it. But that was an outcome of me discounting my worth. And it's disgusting. I hate even having that spiritual tie in any type of way. But yeah, I would absolutely change sexually how I move around. And not even necessarily because of like the societal outcome. It's more so.
Okay, let me come back on the screen. Okay, so y'all just saw that. Now, let me say this. I didn't like the fact that, you know, Miss Pearl Honey came in and tried like an old church lady and men, basically saying like, no, this is on you women. It's not, you know, it doesn't have like the whole spiritual thing is only connected to women. Like, no, not men. And my thing is that soul ties affect both. They may affect men not as much, but when you're sleeping with everybody, I don't understand like why people act like men who sleep around like that's a good look. Okay. I don't think it's a good look for any adult because it shows that you have no sexual control. Like I remember I was talking to my homeboy one day. He was a damn whore back in the day, shit. And he says that now that he's older, he wishes that he could take his dick back. That's what he calls it. I want to take my dick back. He said there's nothing worse than when you walk into like a room, let's say like we're all at a bowling alley or, you know, like a lounge, and you walk in and you've literally smashed every girl at a table. That is not cute. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. And see, a lot of men don't like to talk about it, but these are the conversations I have with my homeboys. We're going to keep it real with each other. And he's told me that, like, it's embarrassing. You know, once you get older and you realize, like, damn, I done smashed every female in this fucking section. You know what I mean? And that is a soul tie that you've created. But unfortunately, once you create that, you ain't no taking your dick back, boo. That's why you can't take your dick back. All you can do is just, you know, move better going forward, okay? Same with Brittany. I will say this, okay? I'm glad she's growing. And I think that when people are growing, you know, we got to give them, you know, a little bit of grace and give them, you know, props for at least growing and recognizing the wrong that she's done. Because like I said, if you didn't know Brittany and if you didn't follow her story, it's easy to get gaslit by her and be like, oh my God, she's changing and so much growth and y'all better stop slut shaming her. Nobody slut shamed Brittany more than Brittany Renner, okay? And this is why for a long time, I would tell girls, be careful who y'all follow and who y'all elevate. Because while y'all are thinking that her lifestyle is winning, once she gets off of social media and she has to look at herself in the mirror, you don't know if that girl is really celebrating or if she's breaking down and crying. Okay? And like I said, there's room for different types of women, but understand as women, we're not naturally built like that to just give ourselves to like just any and everybody. That's really not how women are built. I know they're trying to act like it's no big deal, but that's really not how women are built. You know what I'm saying? Men, for the most part, are built like that, even though they create soul ties too. But for women, it can be very, very different. And one thing about Brittany, I think she thought she just like Amber Rose, they're coming to the realization that you're not going to be 21 to 25 forever. Brittany sees that there's younger girls coming up behind her. All these guys done been with her. Her name is basically sullied throughout the industry. So now here comes the come to Jesus moment, you know? And what she's saying is the truth. And she's saying, well, it's not because of society standards. And that might be true. But she's right that she has created all of these bonds with people who did not deserve her. And unfortunately, we live in a society where people act like this is okay. And if you speak out against it, you're a hater. Everybody ain't hating because everybody ain't trying to be out here having soul ties with somebody who's going to just turn around and disrespect them publicly over and over and over again. So it's not always hate. But now I want to go ahead and play you guys. Okay, let me read some more super chats. I got some more coming in. And then I'm going to play you what Andrew Tate had to say. Hold on. Wavy Tay said $99.99. Thank you so much. Says, hey, Auntie, this is your favorite American soldier checking in. I know that's right. He says, I hope you and everyone in the Midwest and East Coast are safe after the blizzard. Also, fathers need to stop letting their sons do whatever while their daughters are being treated like handmaidens. Thank you. Preach. Because men be so worried about, oh, you know, my son's a player. He a pimp. He got all the hoes. But then they're not realizing all the hoes that their son has is somebody's daughter. So if you're not going to allow your daughter to be some other guy's hoe, why are you allowing your son to hoe out other people's daughters? Make it make sense. Thank you. Thank you. I love a smart, educated man who sees through the bullshit. And thank you for your service. I really appreciate you. You always come through spitting facts and showing support. So be safe and thank you for coming through and Happy New Year, okay? Let's see here. Miss Monique sent $299. Once again, Miss Monique, thank you so much for always showing love during my live streams. It means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, sis. House of Hair UK London sent $89.99. Says first time catching the live, sending love from the UK. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I hope you're enjoying the live stream. So thank you. Let's see here. Function Present says, T, your deep dive videos are everything. When you know, and T be knowing. Peace and love and light, sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Darylyn Quick sent 10. Says, hey, T, it's crazy how male rappers don't hold men to the same moral standards, as if women rapping about sex has caused someone to be killed. No, there's always a double standard in society. So we're going to get into that right now. Let me play this video here of Andrew Tate. Now, Andrew Tate was recently arrested. He did come out and say that he believes it's the Matrix. They arrested him for supposed human trafficking in Romania. I don't know how true that is. We're going to have to wait and see. After I did my last Andrew Tate video, I did do more research on him. And it looks like in a lot of his videos, he speaks a lot of truth that does bother people. Does he come off as semi-misogynistic? Absolutely. But he stands in his shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to wait like everybody else for more information to come out about this whole sex trafficking thing, because they've been pushing this narrative for a while now. And he's currently out. So he's on Twitter. So I'm like, well, he's on Twitter tweeting. Is he really in jail? Is he in the Matrix? Like, how did he get access to Twitter if he's in jail? I guess maybe Bill took himself out. But no, if you watch some of his, no, he said you have to watch a lot of his content. You can't watch bits and snippets. There's been some of his content where he's really spoken the truth about just things that are going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about the male-female dynamic. The male-female dynamic is where he loses a lot of people. But I'm talking about some of the other stuff that he talks about, some of the other topics that he talks about. When he goes deep, he goes deep. So again, you got to watch a lot of his stuff. You can't just go off of little 30-second shorts on YouTube. That's what most people were going off of. But y'all not sit and I research. He does hit on a lot of good points when it comes to certain things. But where he loses people is when he starts talking about the male-female dynamic, because to me, he makes a lot of excuses for men. But he's a man, so what do you expect? So let me go ahead and share this video with y'all. We're going to watch what Andrew Tate has to say about women and, you know, this whole men being with multiple women versus women being with multiple men.
There has not been in the history of humanity, across any culture, any book, any story, any fable, there has never been across the history of humanity any respect put on the name of a promiscuous female, ever. Ever. You name the biggest conquerors that you can possibly name from history. Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, all of them. They all had 100 wives, bunch of children, big G, conquered the world. Normal. That is normal evolutionary biology. That's how men are designed to be. There's never been a single female who's been celebrated for her promiscuity ever in history. It's always been frowned upon and disgusting. So yes, we are completely and utterly different. Yes, it's different if a woman cheats on a man. And if a man is at a complete top level of his life and ticks every single box, and if he decides to be loyal, which some do, and I can be loyal, and I have been loyal, but there's also times in my life where I think, fuck it, I don't want to be, and get a new girlfriend every single day of the week. I can do that, and I can decide to do that. If a woman decides to do the same, purely because her value is high enough to attract so many males, because she's beautiful, for example, it is completely different. And I'm going to explain to you why it's completely different, so buckle up. It's different. It's different. It's different. Well, I'll tell you why. It is impossible for a female to be promiscuous on a long enough period of time without devaluing herself, because she is fucking people she shouldn't be fucking. There is no way she is sleeping with endless men, and all of them are either high-value men or treating her the way she should be treated. If you find a woman who slept with 50, 100 dudes, she's either fucking dudes which aren't at her level or haven't worked hard enough to try and get the pussy. She's just too drunk to realize he's a loser, plays video games. Or she's fucking a top G who barely texts her back. So either way, she's fucking dudes she shouldn't be fucking, or a guy who's at the level who doesn't give her the right amount of attention. For a woman to find a guy who's truly on a level, who truly treats her the way she should be treated, that's once every couple years, if that. You ain't just gonna go out there fucking a new dude every week and say, yeah, he's worth pussy. Yeah, he treats me good enough to get my pussy. Da, da, da. And you know what's funny about the universe? It's actually beautiful about the universe because it's equal and opposite forces. When you devalue yourself, it's kind of like men can smell it on you. They can just look at a bitch and go, oh. And that's the way it works. So you have to be very careful as a female and sit and go, does this man truly deserve to fuck me? And if you think about it, the answer 99% of the time, especially if you're promiscuous, is no. So when a woman is sleeping around with all these men, she's devaluing herself. She's devaluing herself, and the world knows, God knows, the universe knows. When a man does it, he doesn't devalue himself at all. That's just the way it works.
Can I ask you a question? Wait, Esther, 1 second. Sir, may I ask you a question? What would you say if a woman now is married to 2 men?
Haram.
Why?
No, I'll tell you why. Let's talk about this. What is the difference between a man, let's say me, I have 4 wives, right? What's the difference between a man having 4 wives and a woman having 4 men?
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time.
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time, and we know who the parents are, right? So let's say you had 4 pregnancies, you'd know who the mother is because she's carrying the baby, and you know who the dad is, top G. If you had a woman with 4 men and she gets pregnant, who's the parents?
What about if...
No, I'm asking.
Okay, you know? I ask, what if they're different races?
Answer the question.
You don't know.
Answer the question.
You don't know. Now, modern science can come along and maybe fix that for you, but that doesn't mean it's not wrong in the eyes of God. The idea of having a family, the idea of a child being born, one of the baselines for a new life to come onto this planet is for at least to understand who the 2 people who made it are, at least. If you're a woman fucking 4 dudes, you don't even know who got her pregnant.
So may I just say...
Disgusting.
Wait.
Have you seen the twins that had 2 different dads?
Oh yeah, I saw that. May I just say something then? So if that is the case, yeah, if the one thing that you're meant to have is you, at least you know who the 2 people that put that child on earth are, then that's why promiscuity for men is also a problem, because they get women pregnant. Sometimes they don't even know they have children. That's haram, no?
No, it's completely different. It's different because you have to understand, I'm talking about humans. You look at humans from a societal perspective, but society has changed, right? So let's say 200-300 years ago, if a woman got pregnant, she needed a man to survive. If that man didn't take care of her during pregnancy, she was going to die. She couldn't work a job, couldn't hunt, couldn't fish, whatever, right? A woman literally needed that man for survival. So if you were to come to me and say, I'm pregnant, but you've been fucked by 4 different dudes, I'd be like, who says it's mine? Why am I looking after you? None of them want to look after her. She will literally perish. This is why in most of the world today, still today, virginity is so coveted, and throughout all of history it's been so coveted, because that's the only way to ensure paternity. She's a virgin, I know that's my baby. She ain't a virgin, prove it's mine. Outside of this modern science bullshit, Shaitan, the devil we have here in the West, in most of the world today, without virginity, or at least a low body count, or at least anti-promiscuity, you can't tell that that's your baby. So it's a completely different thing. You're looking at the idea of a woman being pregnant and coming to a group of men saying, one of you has to take care of me, put up with me when I'm fat and moody and annoying and I need my bills paid. And all the men are going to sit there and go, no, fuck no, prove it's mine. You can't prove it, bounce. Where it's different. If I get 4 women pregnant, we know the deal.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, hold on. I was trying to click off. Okay. So I let that play that full 4 minutes for a reason, because we're going to get into the Nick Cannon situation as well. Told you it's been a lot, honey. The male-female dynamic has been on fire this week on social media, okay? So, like I said, with what he was saying, right, what women need to understand is that there are men who think like that. Again, I don't make society's rules. There are men who really think like that. And my issue is I just don't like the fact that everything is always on the woman. Everything is, if a woman does it, she's this, she's that. But if a man does it, that's just being a man. No, it's not. It's not cute for a woman to be messing with 4 guys at one time and not know who the father is because she's fucking with all these guys within the same week. But guess what? It's also not cute for a guy to be out here having 4 children on the way in the span of a year. None of that is cute. I don't understand how it's always excused when it's a man. But again, that's the society that we live in. I think the whole thing is disgusting. I don't care if it's a woman or a man. And I also always find it very interesting how it's I can be out here cheating. I can be out here fucking all these women and it's okay. It doesn't degrade me. It doesn't devalue me. But I just told you about the conversation I had with my own homeboy who was out there just like Andrew Tate, fucking everything that moved. And he said that he wishes that he could take his dick back from some of these girls out here. Why don't men ever have that real conversation? That, in hip hop and in the community, it's always okay for guys to be promiscuous and be players and smash everything that moves. But at the end of the day, a lot of that is emptiness. A lot of that is them projecting and thinking with their peens because they think thinking with their peens is what makes them a real man. Then they find out, fast forward, 5, 6, 7, 8 years later, and 7 baby mamas later, and they're mad at the world. They're on child support. Women ain't shit. All this. No, this has nothing to do with women not being shit. Everybody's in control of their own destiny. So why is that never talked about? Why is that part never talked about? The man who was out here whoring and now he got damn, chlamydia and his penis dripping because he done caught something or he's dying from HIV. Why is everything always so skewed and one-sided and always on the woman? If a woman is out here and she's having baby after baby, she's on baby number 5 by 3 different guys, nobody gives her sympathy. Everybody calls her a stupid single mother. You're trash. You should have stopped after the first baby daddy. You got all these baby dads. But then a man can be out here having all these kids, even admitting that he cannot physically be there for all these children is, oh, well, that's on the women. So it's like, as women, you can't win. If we abort these babies, right? Because Black women just keep having all these kids and women keep having all these kids and they're going after men for child support. So then when you shame women so much that they start getting abortions, because I believe that's what caused the rise in abortions in the community. was women getting constantly shamed. Y'all are gold diggers. Y'all are trying to trap men. Y'all are just trying to have all these kids. So now when women are finding themselves pregnant, they're having abortions. Now we're the biggest murderers in the Black community. You can't win. You can't win. Now, no baby is safe inside the womb of a Black woman. But nobody's asking how that baby got there. She didn't get herself pregnant. And what is the situation where she feels like she can't keep that child? It's a mess. It's a straight mess. And that's the part that frustrates me, is when we speak on stuff and there's no nuances. Just everything is just black and white. And that's not how life works. There's plenty of nuances. There's plenty of men out here who regret being a father to 7 kids by 7 different women, or who regret sleeping with half the damn block, okay? And everybody knows their business. There's plenty of women who regret that they put themselves in those situations as well. So when you have people acting like a Brittany, like, oh, it's all good, this is a life, being a slut, and I'm fucking this person, that person, and acting like this is, you know, what it is. And then we fast forward a few years and she's literally admitting and damn near about to cry that no, she regrets this. When are we going to have some men be honest, just like she was being honest? Because I see a lot of men dragging her and saying that's what you get. We told you you was a whore, this, and that. But there's a lot of men who regret being just as promiscuous. Let's keep that real. Let's see here. Another thing I want to point out with Brittany is I remember a while back, she got into it early in the year. Well, she really didn't get into it because for the most part, Savannah and Aisha ignored her. They're not going to, wallow in the mud with fucking Brittany Renner. But people were clowning her early in the year. So that's her with her baby. Then you got Savannah, LeBron's wife. Ooh, hold on, let me come on the screen. Okay, there we go. Got LeBron's wife, Aisha Curry. So somebody says Cam Newton basically prefers an Aisha Curry or Savannah James over Brittany Renner. And all y'all heard was cooking. That's when Cam Newton had went viral for saying, like, you know, what a woman needs to do, and a woman needs to, you know, keep the house clean and cook and, you know, be a woman, you know, attend to her, you know, her wifely duties or whatever. And so that's what that person was referring to. So Brittany responds, she says, some women choose to suck a dick and shut up. Some don't. Marriage is a business. Too many. So yeah, play the part. Let's stop glorifying relationships and the individuals in them we know nothing about. Most cheat with the women who look nothing like their wives anyways. So basically, throwing shade. Then she says, they don't actually want you to raise your standards. They want you to raise your tolerance for their bullshit. Then somebody else says, but you said you wanted to be married. But anyways, don't bash someone for being married just because you're not. No relationship is perfect. Of course, it's going to be a thing you don't like about your spouse, but that's not what love is, making sacrifices for the better of the relationship. So that kind of went viral this springtime when Brittany was talking about that. And my whole thing with that situation is, like I said, there are many different types of women. And I think people just need to be honest about that. You have the women who want to be wives and who want to be married, and that's fine. And you have the women who'd rather be side chicks and just be, you know, a kept woman. And that's fine too, as long as, you know, it's grown consenting people. I don't give a shit. But there's different types of women. But what I notice is that a lot of times these women will knock each other trying to prove their worth to the men. Like, how many times has Aisha been drugged because she came out trying to talk about women like Brittany, like, oh, you know, I don't show my body off. I keep my body covered for my husband. It's like, who asked you? Who cares? And then in the same breath came out 2 years later crying about how she's trying to get attention from other men. And it's like, dude, your husband is Steph Curry. Why do you need attention from other men? Because again, secretly, okay, she's looking at Brittany and them and feeling a way about how she's just free to be, quote unquote, herself. in the same breath, Brittany is knocking her and Savannah because she knows deep down inside the only way she'll get into those spaces is by sleeping with these men. And she truly deep down inside wants to be a wife. So again, I'm saying that to say that the grass is not always greener on the other side. So because people are on the outside looking in and thinking, okay, well, you know, Aisha, Savannah, they're married, they got a perfect relationship. You don't know that. You don't know what these guys may or may not do on the road. You know, so I don't know. I just always find it interesting how the women will go back and forth, you know. And even the whole thing with Cam Newton, you know, he has all these expectations. He wants a girl who will cook and clean and, you know, take care of the kids. Well, Cam, you had that. Did you marry your baby's mother or did you get an Instagram model pregnant? Y'all not ready for that conversation? He had a baby's mother who was doing all of that. He didn't wife her and then turned around and got somebody else pregnant. So that's not really what y'all want. It just sounds good. I mean, I had to keep it real. His baby's mother was with him for a long time. They were together before he ever really blew up like that. Did he marry her? And then now her and the side chick be on Instagram going back and forth. So it's very funny that these guys will have like a whole list of, you know, a whole to-do list, but you're not even living like that. You're like, what are you doing that somebody needs to put you on a pedestal and do all that? You're not even being faithful. It's a mess. And I'm gonna keep it real in this stream. Shout out to all 10,000 people watching. We got 3,000 likes. Please hit the like button. Okay? The math ain't mathing. Over 10K people watching. We need more likes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, I've been on here for already an hour, child. Ooh, okay. Let me read a few more super chats here. My page refreshed. Latara Robinson says, love you, T. I just hopped on, but I will catch the playback. Happy New Year to you and your family. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sis. Julia Silva says, hey, T, hope you're doing great. Happy New Year's. Peace and blessings to you. Everybody hit the like button. Thank you so much. Jesse Adams says, my thing with Tate's argument is how is a man like Nick Cannon sleeping around making multiple broken homes benefiting the community either? Yes, we're going to get onto that. We're going to talk about that before I go as well. Because again, it's a bunch of hypocrisy. And that's the part that's just so frustrating. It just is. But it's easy to wrap it up in a gender wars package because nobody really wants to look at the nuances, you know? And you have a lot of men who want to have their cake and eat it too. And you have a lot of women who are willing to be, you know what I'm saying, in those situations, unfortunately, you know? Let's see here. Blank Space says, T, have you not seen videos of him in the hotel room beating and chasing a girl into the bathroom? The only one I've seen was him and the girl fighting, and she came out and said it was a skit. So, you know, she's coming out saying it's a skit, then it is what it is. But I didn't see the one of him chasing two girls, so I don't know. Like I said, I've only watched like his long form content, like when he was on Valuetainment, because I really like Valuetainment. When he did their interview, it was like a 4-hour interview, to me like 4 days to watch. I thought he was saying some pretty decent things with Valuetainment. So maybe it depends on what platform he's on. I don't know. So, yeah, if you can send me that video. I haven't seen that video. Somebody says, wasn't that freaky role play? That's what I'm saying. It's all types of different rumors, you know what I'm saying, with the stuff he's involved in. So, like I always do, I'm going to let it play it out in the wash. I'm going to sit back and let it play out in the court of law. If they arrest him for that, then they'll show the evidence and he'll go through a court case. So we'll have to sit and wait and see. Magnus of Soul says, T, you're spitting facts. The soul is about the subconscious. Women just have a better connection with their subconscious. It takes men longer time to understand that part of themselves. It's soul ties for both. Exactly. But people want to act like, you know, like men don't feel those same ways. And they do. If that's the case, why do some men get so upset and get so obsessive and, stalk and do all that stuff if there's no connection? If guys can just smash any female and just keep it pushing, then why do we have so many women ending up in situations of like domestic abuse and violence and things like that because of men and that soul tie that they can't let them go and go start their own life and go be with somebody else? So yeah, it definitely affects both, but they want to downplay it like it doesn't. Let me go ahead. Let's see here. Okay, so we got an hour and 15 minutes. What time is it? 5 o'clock. Yeah, I got to get to Minneapolis soon, child. They watching this live like, I bet you she gonna be late. Okay, so Nick Cannon and Akon. We gotta talk about Nick Cannon, Akon, and what's her name? LaNisha Cole. So let me go back to this. This is a mess. Okay, Brittany, where's the other one? Okay, here we go. All right. So it all started with Nick Cannon the other day. So Nick Cannon, such a weirdo. And why does he do this same smile? It's so creepy. It reminds me of that stupid movie Smile. Do you know it took me almost like a week and a half before I could sleep? That movie is so freaking creepy. And when I see him smiling like this, it just reminds me of that movie. Creepy movie. I didn't know the movie was going to be that bad. I hate when he smiles. It just reminds me of that movie. Smile is such a weird, demonic, such a weird movie. But anyways, so this is Nick smiling at the Los Angeles Mission. So they say Nick touted himself as having the same vibe as Santa Claus. When asked by TMZ of his holiday plans, Nick said that he will be traveling all night and dividing his time to see his many children. Nick was rolling with baby mama Brittany Bell and two of their kids, Golden and Powerful Queen. Nick has been criticized recently for spreading himself too thin with the sheer number of children, and with some of his baby mamas seemingly taking shots at themselves. So yeah, this was him. He went to the gospel mission. His baby's mother and the kids. You know what? TMZ don't let you play their stuff, so let me stop. So then after that, hold on. Okay, she came out because then everybody was clowning her. And so she was mad because people were calling her baby mama number 538. So she says this. Well, I wrote this. It looks like cracks are in Nick Cannon's Happy Haram. They are starting to show for the second time in less than 48 hours. His baby mama, LaNisha Cole, is once again ranting online. Ever since she revealed that she was having a baby with Nick Cannon, a man who currently has 11 children and the 12th on the way, LaNisha, who is 40, claims she's the target of social media bullies, even though she herself is bullying other women in the haram by accusing them of photo ops and attention seeking. Y'all can tell when I write some shit versus Madia. So she says here, yes, I've made mistakes. Yes, I put myself through unnecessary pain and heartbreak. But calling me baby mama number 538 every time I say the sky is blue is uncalled for and getting old. She wrote this via Instagram on December 20th. Then she says, I wouldn't change a single thing about my journey because I'm in a beautiful place now and everything happened the way it did for me to get here. I've made peace with every decision I've made in my life. Then I made sure to remind everybody what she wrote 2 days before this, which was her shaming the other baby's mothers and saying her shaming them and saying that it was a photo op. So then, though that little dog child. So yeah, we felt no way. We hit her with the tiny violin and kept it moving. So now Akon decides to speak. I can't play it here because I don't know who owns that video. So give me a second. I'm going to play I got the Akon clip on my desktop. So I'm going to play it on my desktop. He did an interview Her name is ZZ Mills. And so she was interviewing Akon, and he went viral. He was trending for this mess here. Where's his video at? Okay, here we go. So we're going to hear what Akon has to say about the Nick Cannon situation. You know, after all, birds of a feather flock together. All right. Good old Akon.
Exactly. So there's a small percentage of women that understands the concept of nature and men and how it goes together.
So do you agree that Nick Cannon and his spreading of his seed?
100%. I agree with him 1,000%.
Oh, no.
That's how life is supposed to be.
No.
Why not? He's rich.
No, but this
He's
is
no.
wait.
Let me finish.
Okay, go on.
He's rich. He's responsible.
Is he?
Yes, he
No,
takes care of everyone else's
but
children.
No, but this is the
And the baby mother's with it. And they hurt for nothing and they live comfortably.
You know, but what about the kids though?
What about them?
Because this is what I mean about men, right? You guys think that just having kids and giving money is enough. But what about the time? No.
He's there for every one of them.
How? There's no way that you can
Are you serious?
Are you?
Nick is there for every single one of those kids.
There's no way that you can have
Yes, it is. I got 9. And I'm there for every one of mine.
So every single time you're at every single recital.
No, that's a white man's thing. Who gives a fuck about a recital?
No.
My job, seriously, my job is to listen. My job is to raise my kids.
No, but this is
hold on.
Go
to be
on.
Responsible.
Yeah.
To be understanding. To protect their mother. To give hand with their father and assist with family planning and to be responsible adults.
Okay, but what about
my job is to be doing all that extra stuff that all these holidays and recitals and all that. Now, guess what? While I'm taking care of my responsibility to make sure the family has a roof over their head and food, if I have the time to do that and show love, yes, I will do that. But my responsibility is to make sure that they grow up responsible, strong, and become a real input to society.
Yeah, but you're not then if you're not around them enough to give them
that's not true. Because communication allows me to be there every day. That's what FaceTime phone is for.
No, but that's not the same as if you had Akon.
Oh no,
wait, let me finish.
I'm gonna cut you off real quick. This is very important. No. Okay, go on. It's very important. Okay. The reason why people like me can't spend every single day and minute with their children is because the mother's job is to be there with the children. I'm the man. My job is to provide comfort so the mother can provide and raise those children to be like me. Now, if it's a man, when a child gets a certain age, as a man, that's my responsibility now to show him what a man's role and responsibility is. But you can't expect a man to conquer the world if he's home with children.
Okay, but if you had 2 children, then maybe the 2 children can come with you all over the world.
Well, why would you want to take children all over the world with a man? That's so womanistic and woman. What man do you know is gonna run around here with their children? Like they don't. You know how weak that looks for them. That's not real. Like who does that? Like, listen. You're gonna tell me as a woman, you're gonna just pass your responsibility to me? Take the kids to work?
No. What I'm saying is, okay,
I'm listening.
Is that fair enough? You're saying multiple wives and all these things, great, right? And you've got your kids. But I'm saying that there has to be a level of actual presence that you are there in your child's life. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about in general now.
But most men with multiple wives are there.
No, but if you have 12 kids, there's no way that you are able to give your 12 kids the same amount of attention.
Can I tell you something?
Wait a minute.
I know parents with 2 kids and they don't give them the same amount of attention.
That's fine. That's cool.
Every child attention gives. No, listen. Every child, you give them the attention that's needed for them. Not every child is going to be on the same mental capacity either. Some kids need more attention than others. Some a lot more understanding. Some catch up a lot quicker. But most of the time, it's all about communication.
I don't even know. Where do I start? I don't even know where to start with that. The excuses. Fuck the holidays and recitals. That's a white man's thing. What? What man's gonna take kids to work with them? Who told you to put the kids on your back and take them to work in the office? Like, why is there absolutely no nuance when it comes to this conversation? Either you come and you take care and you're a present in the household, or the extreme others, I put the baby on my back with the baby knapsack and I go to work with the baby on my back and the toddler, and I'm holding the toddler's hand all around the office. What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody's asked you to take these children to work with you. What? Like, what? And this is why I made sure to play the full Andrew Tate video, the full Akon video, because there are really men who think like this. And they think that, and a lot of it, the reason why they kind of have this mentality is mainly because they have money. So they feel like because they have money and power and prestige, that it allows them a certain level of, you know, I can have 9 kids by 9 different people and it shouldn't matter. You know, it's frustrating. And we see now, even with the Master P situation, for y'all who watch the deep dive, Master P claims 9 kids. He biologically has 8. Look how fractured that family is because he was so busy hustling and quote unquote building generational wealth. And half of his kids got the same mother. Sonya bore 7 of his children and he couldn't even be there. So imagine you're a father and you got kids in 7 different homes. Now we see Romeo speaking out. You see the other ones on social media saying little things. But Akon wants everybody to believe that you can just throw money at the problem and it's okay. As long as I'm providing a roof for you, that's okay. No, that might be okay for the women who are choosing to get in line and have you sustain their lifestyle. When it comes to children, children don't give a fuck about that. They don't care about money. They don't care about living in a big house. A child will love you in a shack as long as they know that you're their father and you're there for them, and you're their mother and you're there for them. The money dynamic that these men keep talking about is for the women. It's not about the children. Think about when babies, I tell people all the time around Christmas, the funnest age for me, like one of the funnest holidays for me when I had little babies, was when you have a baby that's under the age of 3. They don't understand the nuances of Christmas. They're not corrupted by the holidays. They don't know who, Jolly Saint Nick is. Give a child under the age of 3 a Christmas present. And look how much fun they have with the wrapping paper. They don't care about that present. They'll throw the present to the side. They will have fun all day with the wrapping paper. I used to sit and watch my babies just play with the wrapping paper. And it's like, look, I got you this new toy. Look at this toy from Fisher-Price. And they're tossing it to the side. They don't care. They're more enamored by the simple things in life. The wrapping paper. And I'm using that as an example. They don't care that you went and got that you're a rich celebrity and you're coming through like Santa Claus and you're handing everybody Rolex watches and fur coats and the latest Balenciaga, the latest Prada outfit. They just want to spend time with you, Dad. That's the perfect analogy for y'all who don't have little kids. Go to like a little cousin's house. It's the holiday season. Go ahead and buy your little cousin a gift. And see if that baby don't play more with that cheap-ass wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree than even that gift that you got them that you spent time wrapping up. Because kids are so innocent. They don't care about none of that stuff. All of that materialistic shit comes in as they get older. And they're comparing themselves to other kids and things like that. I don't know. It's sad. And I get it. I was raised with men like this, it's prevalent in my culture as well. My mom's Muslim. So he's not saying anything that I haven't grown up hearing, you know, people having multiple wives. And I mean, I get it. But, and I guess for me, it made more sense back in the day, right? When women actually did need men. And sometimes for a woman's survival, it was probably easier for them to be with you, to be the wife number 4 and 5, because the man was actually taking care of the household and women couldn't just get up and go get jobs and all that shit. But I'm sorry, not in 2022, going on 2023. We're not going to spin this argument like women are not out here making power moves where they have to put themselves in these situations. Like, I'm not buying that. I wish these guys would be real and just say, I just want to fuck a bunch of bitches and just create a bunch of kids and see what they're going to look like. I would respect that more than this mushmouth mind game. Just say you want to see what your DNA can create with women of different races, different features, and different ethnicities. I would respect that more. I honestly would. Than saying, oh, I'm doing this to strengthen my gene pool. No, you're not. You're trying to see if you can create kids that are mixed and have curly eyes and, oh, I'm a black man and I created a kid with blue eyes. I would honestly respect that more. And I'm not saying, you know, I don't know what Akon's baby's mothers look like. They could all be black. I don't know. Talking about Nick Cannon. But because let's keep it real, that's why a lot of these dudes are out here having all these kids by different women. They're trying to create different little versions of themselves. They want a Blaxican kid, a Blasian kid, a mixed kid, a half Iranian kid. I would respect, did I say curly eyes? I meant curly hair, sorry. I meant green eyes and curly hair, sorry. I'd respect them being honest and saying that than trying to use this mushmouth excuse as to why they're having all these kids. Just say y'all are trying to fuck a bunch of bad bitches and just create a bunch of kids and lock these women down so you can be like, that's my baby's mother. You know what I'm saying? I got a bad bitch on my roster. I'd respect that more than playing all these mind games. I really would. Because the thing is, y'all are not even trying to create a home, a compound for all these women. Remember when me and Lady J did a podcast a year ago, when Nick was out here on this hobo tour on the Breakfast Club, he claimed that all these women were getting along. They all knew what it was. And then I had to pull receipts and say he's a liar. They're not all getting along and they all don't know what it is, because if that was the case, why was Jessica White on Hollywood Unlocked crying about her finding out on social media about this baby's mother being pregnant? Because remember, she was trying to get pregnant too. So a lot of truths are not being told. So now let's go ahead and move on to back to Nick Cannon. So he went and posted this the other day. His 12th child was born. So I'm not gonna play the audio, but this is the one. There we go. So you see him, same smile position, cheesing like it's a game. The baby's name is Halo Marie. Now she was born on December 14th. But remember, around Christmas, he wasn't with this newborn. He was with the other baby mama at the Los Angeles mission trying to feed people. But that's what she signed up for. And so she wrote, December 14, 2022, our lives are forever changed. Child, y'all's lives be changed every few months. Well, his. Zen is in every breath I take. I know his spirit is with us in the room this morning. I know he's watching down on us. He shows me signs every day. I will hold on to his memory forever. I remember the sounds of Nick's voice saying it's a girl and the look of everything we've been through flash across his face. I remember the sound of her crying out her first breath and feeling her heartbeat against mine. My sweet girl, I got my surprise. We love you, Halo Marie Canyon. Okay? So that is what she had to write about the situation. And so now, LaNisha Cole is out here. Now, this is the same Nick that swears up and down everything's all good in the haram. She came out and now she's posting the Sierra prayer, which is just comical. So this woman signed up to be the ninth, well, to have his ninth child, but now she's quoting Sierra. You can't make this up. Okay, this is the one here.
I pray the next man in my life will be my husband. I pray he loves me, leads me. I pray the next man in my life will be my husband.
I'm not going to play too much of that. So this is what she posted. We wrote, LaNisha Cole, who gave birth to Nick Cannon's ninth child, took to social media to post Sierra's prayer after Nick Cannon announced the birth of his 12th child with Alyssa Scott. Any thoughts? Yeah, most people didn't care. This person says, you know what? No, I followed her before all of this. On Valentine's Day last year, she posted a picture of him years ago. And this was the beginning of his circus. And everyone was like, absolutely no, like every comment, and she deleted the photo. Fast forward in time, she posted that she was pregnant. People had speculations that it might be Nick, and she was trying to create an illusion that it was her Asian male friend's baby. Instead, only for it to be fucking Nick. So no, I don't feel sorry for her at all. I used to think she was graceful, and beautiful. After all that, it's giving dumb. So again, she, people were telling her at the time when she was posting pictures of Nick, like, run, stay away from him. But of course, when you tell people the truth, you're a hater, uppercase, lowercase, you're a hater, you're just jealous. So now she's out here quoting Sierra prayers and, crying about baby mama number 538. It's just silly. I feel no ways. I don't feel bad for her because she put herself in that situation. She knew what it was. She chose to be a part of the circus, so enjoy the ride. But again, if everything was so cool with being, a part of, these big families with these celebrity men, why is she constantly complaining on social media and throwing shots? Now, I haven't heard anything from Akon's baby's mothers, so maybe they're all good. But obviously, something ain't clean in the buttermilk. So instead of quoting Sierra's prayer, you should have been taking advice from your followers when they were telling you to run from Nick, run far away. So the whole situation is a mess. She put herself in a really silly situation, and, she's a beautiful woman. She could have had somebody who would have loved her and, married her and been with her. She didn't have to join this circus. She chose to. Let's see here. Claudia said 1999 says, Happy New Year's, T. Love you. Blessings to you and yours from Guatemala. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Says, thank you for being you this year and going big and better. Te amo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through to the live stream today. Let's see here. Sumaya Shannon says, hey, T, I got to go, but I'm going to watch the playback. Thank you for coming through. Hold on. Everything just refreshed. Shay H sent $99.99. Thank you so much, Shay. I appreciate you. She says, love and support everything you do, Queen. You are the epitome of Black excellence. You keep speaking love, light, and truth to your people. Keep eating it at the table that our Father has provided for you. You keep eating and blooming in front of your haters, Queen. Love you. Thank you so much for that wonderful message. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you for the support and have a happy new year. Let's see here. Jay Jeff Fan says, thanks for dressing up nice for your fans. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, love. Nature's Colleen sent $4.99 says, he said women are supposed to raise the children, but when their sons don't turn out the way they wanted, they blame the mothers. Make it make sense. Thank you. Exactly. When these kids are out here wilding out, gang banging, just doing stupid shit, Everything is, you know, it's on the mom. The mom dropped the ball. Stupid single mothers. Where was the father? And this is a father who's saying that, oh, I can raise my kids through FaceTime. We have technology for that. Make it make sense. It's sad. FaceTime is not being a father. You can't change a diaper via FaceTime. You might be able to read a bedtime story, but that's about damn it. You can't cook dinner via FaceTime. I mean, it's just insane the way that he's talking as if that's just okay not to be there. Nobody expects him to quit his job and, you know, just sit there and be, you know, what is that? That movie when Hulk Hogan, what was that? He was a nanny or something like he was like the father. He had to take care of the kids. And Mr. Mom, nobody's expecting to be a Mr. Mom, but at least raise your children. Don't just keep it, you know what I'm saying, on the woman and say that that's their job. It's just my job to solely provide. That is just insane. That is insane. Let's see here. Sionic says Akon's children will one day tell him when they get older exactly what the interviewer is trying to tell him. Exactly. And one thing I will say about the interviewer, she did a damn good job. I love the fact that she was pushing back, even though he was arguing, he didn't agree with her. At least she stood her ground and she held his feet to the fire. And she said things that were based in logic and sense. A lot of these other interviewers, they just let these guys just talk all their mush mouth shit and they just sit there, oh, okay. No, ain't no Where's the pushback? So respect to that sister for actually pushing back. Yeah, y'all remember Mr. Mom? That was for shout out to all the 90s kids. Y'all know I'm always remember some type of movie from back in the day, child. Yeah, Hulk Hogan was Mr. Mom. He had that fucking apron on and shit. He was cooking dinner. He had to switch places with the wife. We're not even asking y'all to do that. We're telling y'all to quit having damn kids and having these baby mamas on social media throwing shots at each other. Because obviously it's not a happy home. Okay? Everybody ain't happy in this haram. Everybody's child ain't getting attention. And I don't feel any type of ways because y'all knew what it was when y'all got in this situation. Again, these women were looking for fame. They're looking for a child support check. So if you're willing to sell yourself out for that, well, then you made your bed. Enjoy. The only one that's going to suffer is the child, unfortunately. Because none of these kids asked to be here. What was it, Mr. Mom or Mr. Nanny? I know it was one of them. Well, he played a nanny or mom, honey. Miss Doubtfire, now that was my movie. I liked it, Miss Doubtfire, with Robin Williams. That was one of my favorite childhood movies. Even Miss Doubtfire stepped up the game and was taking care of his damn kids. Somebody said Ghost Dad had the nerve to die and had kids to raise playing games. Why you put Ghost Dad on blast? 88 Gifts, not the Black King. And remember, Ghost Dad sold his soul, not the Black King dying. He had kids to raise, bitch. I can't stand the chat. You got the white man pretending to be an old white woman to see his kids. Bill Cosby out here making deals with the devil and shit like he ain't got kids to raise. Oh my gosh. That comment was a mess. She said, not Ghost Dad having kids to raise and playing games. I'm not fooling with y'all. Oh my gosh. Also, the 90s had the best movies. I swear. The movies nowadays, everything's just a horror movie. Everything's demonic. Ain't a whole lot of choices nowadays. That's how I messed around and watched that stupid ass movie Smile. It was good though. Well written, great cinematography, but that movie scared the hell out of me. So never again. My ass didn't know it was gonna be that damn scary. But I like to smile. Let me check this out. Shit. Shouldn't have clicked on that one. It was very scary. I really could not sleep for like a week. Oh my gosh. That movie was horrible. And then you know me, I'm the research queen. So now I gotta research who made the movie, how they came up with the concept, and then I ended up watching the movie that they had played. It was some Laura somebody. Laura's something Laura. the guy who made the movie Smile, he had debuted a sample at Southwest by Southwest. So then I went and watched that. Child, doing too much that week. Oh my gosh, let me see here. Licious32 says Akon should watch the recent interview with Kel's daughter. Money isn't everything. This sandbank that caught in the bed with Selena Powell. This is the sandbank that was caught in the bed with Selena Powell. Yeah, I've been hearing about Kel's daughter, from Kel Mitchell, from Kenan and Kel. His daughter has been blasting him on social media. I haven't seen the interview yet, though. But yeah, money is definitely not everything. It's not. Wait, Hot Jam says, T, did you see Little Chanel and Coco dancing? Thank you for the super chat. No, I have not. Did she have on them kitten heels? You know one thing Chanel gonna do, she gonna wear them kitten heels and twerk. I'm not gonna Google it because it probably has music playing, child. I want to watch it before I, blast it on YouTube. But no, I haven't seen them dancing yet. She was twerking, I figured. But then in the same breath, they're crying about grown Instagram women twerking. But little Miss Kitten Heel, she stayed twerking. Ever since she was teaching her grandma how to twerk, I fell out. She said, no, Granny, you gotta do it like this. I said, not Miss Kitten Heel teaching Granny how to twerk. Chanel is a mess. She be cracking me up. I said she is too grown. I'm gonna look for it after the live stream. I'm not gonna look for it because it's gonna have music. Y'all call her little Miss Kitten Heel, honey. Her mama said, I'm never gonna stop breastfeeding her. But ma'am, she has acrylic nails and kitten heels. Coco said she don't give a damn. That's always gonna be her baby. Somebody said she was twerking for Christmas on the front porch. Yeah, she must be in Cali. She damn sure ain't on the East Coast. You can't even see the front porches on the East Coast. Ooh-wee. That's funny. Let's see here. Ashley said $9.99 says, hey, T, hope you and your family had a wonderful new year. Your lives always bring me joy and have me hooked. These celebrities act crazier each year. Cheers and more craziness to come in 2023. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting with everything that's coming down the pipeline in 2023. But thank you so much for your support. Thanks for coming through, sis. Let's see here. Nisi says, I love the latest deep dive. I can't wait for part 2. Wish you the best in 2023. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hold on, it just disappeared. Tom Tim Media sent $19.99 says, hey T, love you. I hope 2023 gives you blessings and positivity. Also, did you hear about the Black women who survived the serial killer from Kansas, Missouri? It's on Baller Alert. The story is sick. Yeah, we talked about this on Lovelyti TV about 2-3 months ago. We did a whole, when we were talking about the Jeffrey Dahmer situation, we did a podcast on it. Yeah, that man had been doing all types of stuff in the community, was out and about, and they were saying that the man, like there were Black women missing the community, and they were just ignoring all these Black people's complaints. And by the grace of God, that woman was able to escape. It's too much. And that's what I'm saying. Like, at some point in time, you got to watch your surroundings, walk around with mace, stun guns. You can't trust folks out here. It's too much. And it's like, nobody's going to protect you. That's the part that's really disturbing. The fact that there were people saying, hey, there's women that are missing, you know what I'm saying? We're not able to find them. And the police were not taking it seriously in that community at all. So I'm hoping that there's going to be more investigation and charges, because this has been going on for a few months. Mace ain't that hard to get. Y'all stop. You can get mace on Amazon literally for $7. And if you can't get mace, get a knife. But you're going to have to do something. There's a lot of crazy people out here. There's a lot of crazy people out here. Yep. You got, oh, thank you. My Christmas nails. They're my real nails. I got to go get them redone, though. The damn gel polish is coming off. But thank you. Yeah, pepper spray. They got some pepper spray that shoots like a gun. And it doesn't have any blowback. So it's not going to spray back on you. But it will blind the damn assailant. So I don't know. I'm just saying we're living in last days, crazy times. 2023 is going to be off the chain. So you got to make sure you have protection. I'm not going to be promoting gun use and all that stuff on this channel because I don't want YouTube, taking down my channel. But I will promote pepper spray. But, just get something to protect yourself because it's getting real out here. Yeah, bear spray's another one. Somebody call me Glockiana. Not Glockiana. Y'all are a mess. Let's see here. Ness says, talk your shit, T. Sending love from Puerto Rico. I've been watching for 5+ years. Remember, leave a like, y'all. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Jersey Girl sent 10 says, my fondest memory of my dad was eating dinner together, watching TV as a family, road trips, and just hanging out together. This marks 32 years since my father's passed away. Wow. Thank you, Jersey Girl. And, those are the things that money can't buy. It's the memories. It's just the little things, and unfortunately, you're going to have a lot of kids who are not going to have those memories because of selfish thinking like Akon, Nick, and, Andrew Tate, because I don't care who you are. You cannot be in multiple places at once. You're not God. Okay, you're not even Santa Claus. Those two people are omnipresent. Nick Cannon is not. Okay, they're the only ones who are omnipresent, and Santa Claus doesn't even fucking exist. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of kids who are not gonna have those memories, unfortunately. Let's see here. Oh, it's almost 5:30. I gotta get ready to go. I'm gonna read a few more super chats before I go. Bougie Hippie says, I caught the end, but I'll catch the playback. Love you, team, your hard work. Happy New Year, Leo gang. Leo gang. Thank you so much, sis. SD says, how well can we get these men to change when they get willing volunteers? We know some women don't even listen to warnings from other women. Yeah. And, and that's the part of the situation is like, no matter how much people want to get upset about what men are doing, you're going to have women who are lining up to be a part of, to be a part of this group, to be, in these situations. And let's keep it real. A lot of women view other women as competition. So it's always like a one up. There's way more women on the planet than men. So you'll always have women who are willing to settle, who are willing to, as long as they have a piece of a man, they don't care. They can be your husband. We're all in this relationship together. I mean, you got some bold side chicks there. They don't care. They don't care about the names. You can slut shame them all you want, but I am your husband's work wife, bitch. He's working for both of us, so that's the way of the world. It's sad. Somebody said, yet these women are listening to Derek Jackson. Not the bonded of salvation's husband who couldn't even be faithful to her child. Desiree Maxwell, I think is Desiree, says, does Father Abraham just leave his seed in a cup at every house? Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat, sis. Let's see here. Jasmine said, don't watch Barbarian. I love you. I did watch that. Barbarian was I didn't like it. I thought that was trash. No, Smile is well written and it's well shot. Like the cinematography, the transitions, because I watch stuff from the eye of like a cinematographer, videographer. So it was just well shot, well written. Barbarian was trash. And that monster was disgusting with them weird ass boobs. I did not like the Barbarian monster. It was gross. Yeah, I watched that. I knew what I was getting into with Barbarian, but that was trash. I slept fine that night. I was knocked out at the Barbarian. This movie's trash and went to sleep. But Smile, I was like, oh my God. Barbarian was trash. Yes, a total waste. But yeah, Smile was good. I'm just saying, like, if you're very spiritually sensitive, you may not want to watch it. Let's see here. It's DB says, T, I love your videos on Christmas. All my nephew was playing with was an empty box. It looks like I got to get a white husband if I want to go to school activities since school activities is for white people. That's interesting. Yeah, these dudes, they don't understand the seeds that they're planting. You're telling people that recitals and, being, in the household and being a father, as far as, being physically there and going to activities, that's white people stuff. So now you got young black girls going to say, well, maybe then I should have me a white man and a white husband. Because at least we know he'll go to recitals. See, they don't understand the seeds that they're planting. So that's a really good point. Like I said, do what you got to do, sis. Don't, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. I tell you that all the time. Date who you want to date, live your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't, all that waiting for a king. Your king might be, you know what I'm saying? A king. You know what I'm saying? You just might be a Larry King, do what you got to do, child. But yeah, that's a really good point. The way he put that out there, that's sad. Because, there are good black men out there who do go to recitals and who are at baseball games, basketball games, who do help their kids with math. But again, all this nonsense is coming from these celebrities. It's sad. It's sad, honey. She said she gonna go from a king to a Larry King. So stupid. We see you, sis. Let's see here. Diamond Lloyd sent $50. Says, hey, Miss T, hope you're having a blessed day. I'm 20, soon about to be 21 next year in January. Wanted to know if you have any advice for a future CNA. Just stick in there, and get your degree, because we need more people in the medical field. I'm not in the medical field, but I was going to go to school to be a LPN back in the day, but that didn't work out. But no, definitely stick in there. It's, and try and get further than a CNA. There's hierarchies in the nursing system, believe it or not. So get your CNA degree. And then what you do is once you get into a hospital or like a clinic, then you have them pay for you to go back to school and then get that RN. Because that's when the big bucks are going to start rolling in. So get your CNA degree and then have the hospital pay for you to go back and up your degree. So that's the advice I would give to you. But congratulations and just keep up the good work. Thank you for coming through. Let's see here. Kate the Great says, hey, love, you look beautiful. Can't wait to turn up in the Discord. I got my sparkly dress in shrimp. Yes, we're going to do, because we didn't do a meeting this week, because we're going to do something this weekend for New Year's like we always do. So yes, I cannot wait either, because y'all know I don't go out on New Year's, child. There's so many drunk drivers out there. I have New Year's in my house. So we will be having a New Year's Zoom. So definitely can't wait to see you guys. Let's see here. Rose says, hey, T, I live in Kansas City, Missouri. And Kansas City, Missouri has a huge human trafficking ring, but a lot of people don't know about it. Yeah, I guess there's a lot. And a lot of cities have them, It's scary. That's why I said, women have to, at this point, you have to be aware of your surroundings and also have things to protect yourself. Be it a little Uzi Vert, mace, bear spray, stun gun. Keep something on you, especially when you're out here walking and if you work late nights. Especially if you're in LA. Some of them homeless people, I'm sorry, they're crazy. So, keep stun guns and stuff on you, because sometimes, not judging, but sometimes these people will approach you with intentions of attacking you. So we seen that beautiful black girl, the one that was a volleyball player who got hit in the face, so just be very vigilant. It's a lot of craziness going on. Somebody says, I need to hop on Twitch. No, I tried it. I ain't like it. I'd rather be on YouTube. Let me see here. Mad Hatter says, can anyone name a king who only had one wife? No. Unless you're talking about like Queen Elizabeth and King Philip. But no. Because again, you got to think about it too. Like back in the day, those circumstances were also different. You know, like, I'm sorry, I don't look at any of these male celebrities as kings. They're people who have money, but what are they doing that's kingly? Who are they ruling over? You know what I'm saying? Somebody said Abraham. Napoleon wasn't no damn king. He was a conqueror. Somebody said King Kong. I'm not fooling with y'all, child. King James. He's the king of the damn court. Burger King. Okay, I'm not fooling with y'all. Y'all are a mess. Lisa Ling said 1999. She says, my dad has 4 kids by 4 different women. Now that we are older and he's aging, he wants all of us to be close. I told him if he wanted that, he should have gotten married and started a real family the right way. Speak on it. You know, and that's what's sad, is that people don't understand how these dynamics affect the children. Because you have a lot of selfish adults, men and women, who get themselves into situations. And this isn't just in the celebrity world. I mean, let's take, like, we always add, you know, the celebrity factor because it's more salacious. How many dope boys are in the hood right now who literally got 6 baby mamas and women who are still willing to have a kid by him because he has, you know what I'm saying, street cred. He gets money. He's a hustler. He's popular on the block. And the sad part is that it's the children that suffer in these situations, because the children, they don't get to know their fathers. The father's not able to split his time. The baby mothers are beefing because baby mama number 1 thinks she's better than baby mama number 13. And everybody's comparing the kids. Don't forget that. We live in a very nasty society. Everybody compares. When people have kids by different people, everybody compares the kids. Which ones are cuter? Which ones have a certain hair texture, certain eye color? Look how y'all be treating Trump's kids. Let's bring it to the White House. He got a bunch of baby mamas. I've never heard nobody say nothing good about Tiffany Trump. Y'all stay dragging her looks. But everybody's like, oh, Ivanka's so pretty. Ivanka. All right. Not child, no. Is that her name? Ivanka? People compare Ivanka and Tiffany. Remember, Tiffany mama was a side chick. Elon Musk and all the musky kids. People compare his kids all the time too. So that's another thing that's not, you know, that can be unfortunate when kids are in situations where there's a bunch of different baby mamas. You think Nick Cannon's kids aren't going to be compared? Well, they're already being compared. Which ones are cuter? Which ones are more talented? This dark-skinned baby, because she's the only chocolate one. So that's the part that's sad. I didn't say Tiffany was ugly. I'm just saying, like, people be going in on her when they've been, especially when they were younger. I think she looks better now, but when she was younger, people were like, she did not have Marlon Maples looks. Let's keep that. Y'all be trying to rewrite history. Remember, he left the mother, Ivana, for Marla Maples. And people try to excuse it. Oh, Marla's young. Marla's pretty. She's a model. Well, Tiffany didn't come out looking like Marla. She came out looking like the Donald. And everybody was saying that he should have stuck with Ivanka. His kids with, or Ivana, the kids with Ivana were cuter than the one with Marla Maple. But I think she's cute now. But yeah, people used to go on her when she was younger. People be dragging the side babies, honey. When she was young, she looked just like the Donald. Let's stop. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Somebody said, Jennifer Way says, yup, when Tiffany came out, she was treated like Blue Ivy. Thank you. Thank you. But people want to rewrite history now because she older. Oh, she cute. We know, look, the Republicans want to rewrite history. Oh, she's just as pretty as Ivanka. No, that is not how people treated her when she got here. We're not going to rewrite history. Okay? Oh, yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, yeah, remember that side son. Oh, yeah, when he got the maid pregnant. Oh, man. Whoo! I'm sorry, but that side baby cute. He don't look nothing like that maid. Remember, everybody was like, he got that ugly maid pregnant. Oh, she's a homewrecker. Look at the side baby now, buff. Look just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fine. Look at the other kids. Nobody talks about the other kids no more. That side baby look just like his daddy. Sure do. Oh, yeah, the tune has changed now. But when the baby came out, people was kind of dragging the baby because the baby looked like the mama. Now he older. He taking care of himself. He look good now, honey. Oh, yeah. They be comparing them kids. I mean, hell, you got people in the same family that can have the same mom and dad and look vastly different. You know, people compare the kids. You know, but when it's like, you know, a man with a bunch of kids by different people, the comparison is insane. Especially if the kids are like, if the mothers have different, you know, they're different ethnicities, it is insane. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, I just hope, like, at the end of the day, people kind of, before they get themselves in these situations, I would say just understand what's going on with a lot of these celebrities, and you need to really decide how you want to live your life. Stop living your life vicariously through the Brittany Renners or the Amber Roses or the Nick Cannons or the Andrew Tates. Figure out a path for your life and what's going to work for you. What do you want out of life? Do you just want to be a side chick all day and, you know, and then end up like Brittany? Or maybe you're content with that. Or do you actually want to be a wife? Do you actually want to be a husband and raise, you know what I'm saying, kids in one household with one woman? Or do you want to be a player like Dick? You know, you got to figure out your own destiny. It ain't for me to, you know, tell you what to do. You just got to decide on your own destiny. You know, how do you want your future children's life to turn out? Because the decisions that you make now is what's going to affect your future generation, your lineage. So I think that's how people got to look at stuff. You got to create your own path, man. So, I'm not messing with that last super chat. All right, y'all. I've been down here for 2 hours. I had to get to Minneapolis, but we had over 11,000 people here today. Thank you all so much for just coming through, spending this Friday with me. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the love. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. I couldn't read all of them. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Have a happy new year. And I'll see you guys in 2023. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.